Good afternoon, everybody. It is game day. We are about an hour away from kickoff in Minnesota, and we got some last minute news that I thought would be worth going over real quick in a video. The big one, however, is right here on screen per Adam Schefter just a little bit ago. Vikings running back Dalvin Cook officially inactive today versus Seattle. That might be their best player, guys. That might be their best player. And believe me, I understand Alexander Mattison is not a bad player. He had his way with us last year in the game in Seattle. Our great run defense, which for the most part last season was shutting running games down, they couldn't stop him. But you can't tell me this isn't major. So right away, the teeth has been removed from that Vikings run game. And a big chunk of their offense, a big chunk of what makes the Vikings offense dangerous, is now out. So you got to concern yourself a little bit more with stopping Justin Jefferson, a little bit more with stopping Adam Thielen. You got to imagine, you got to believe that the Vikings are going to lean a little more heavily on that passing attack with their best running back and maybe best overall player on the sidelines. Now, one other little update that I want to throw out there concerns a Seahawks player who we didn't know the status of going into this game. So Brady Henderson chimes in on Benson Mayowa, says that he is the only injury question mark for the Seahawks today. He is listed as questionable with a neck injury after practicing in some capacity all 3 days this week. And here's the interesting part. Haven't spotted him in pregame warmups with the rest of the defensive line or the linebackers. That indicates that Mayo will probably not be playing in this game. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily, especially if it gives extra snaps to some of the other, in my opinion, better defensive linemen. But it seems likely we're not going to have Mayowa, which might end up being the reason why we called up Kimdichie again. Might mean that LJ Collier is active after all, and we'll see if he does anything today to start turning around what seems to be a disastrous third year for him so far. But it seems like Mayo is not going to play today either, and that is not without its significance, of course, especially with all the snaps this defense has played through 2 games. But make no mistake, the big one is Vikings running back Dalvin Cook not being active today. I predicted that a couple days ago, despite what the Vikings coaches and players were saying. I just didn't think he was going to be able to play with what I was hearing about his status in practice. I think he didn't even practice at all this week. So I just didn't see it, and he is indeed out. So whatever you can say about the Seahawks injuries today, and there are a few, and they are significant, nothing that we're dealing with going into this game is anywhere near as bad as the Vikings not having their best player. So you better be ready to take advantage. See you guys after the game. There will be a post-game video, post-game stream during the Sunday Night Football game. See you guys there. Go Hawks. And all you can do is play the team that's on the field on the other side. So got to take advantage of Dalvin Cook being out for the Vikings.